Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's Greg here for Descent at Best. It's a beautiful day here in Wilkesboro, North Carolina, and I'm at the Warrior Creek area about to hit this new jump line trail called Drop, Hop, and Roll. Starts off with a drop and then it's just doubles and tabletops and all kinds of jumps, so I'm about to get some airtime here on Descent at Best. Let's ride. All right, drop, hop, and roll. Starts off with the drop. Hey, before I get going, please remember to DDT that like button. Put the subscribe button in the Cobra clutch. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh. I don't do doubles. Ooh. Ha-ha! This will wake you up if you're trying to get off caffeine. I think I lost count of the jumps. But what a way to get started on the way to headwaters. Yeah, I can do these smaller doubles, but those huge ones at the beginning kind of scare me, to be honest. Even that one. And once you get to that super steep one, party's over. Talk about 0 to 60 adrenaline. This is the way to get to the Happy Jack connector, which brings you over to the headwaters area. Now on the way back, if you want to session this, just know that there are 8 uphill berms and the rest of it's mostly flat. I'm talking about after you cross the creek. I like knowing that in advance. Otherwise, you start to feel like, am I still climbing? But just know, once you cross the wooden bridge and get up to that sign that says OVT one way, Warrior Creek the other, there's gonna be 8 uphill berms, and then you can come session this thing. But I need a beer. All right, today is a special day because we've got KBS. And if you don't know what KBS stands for, then I'm afraid you're gonna have to subscribe to this channel because I gotta teach you a little something about the liquid arts. This is Founder's Kentucky Breakfast Stout, 12% alcohol. It's almost as much as wine. And what it is an imperial stout that's brewed with a lot of coffee and a lot of chocolate, and then it's aged in bourbon barrels. One of the kind of classic bourbon barrel stouts. And it says here on the bottle that this is supposed to taste like vanilla, cocoa, roasted coffee, and charred oak. So I'm excited to see what wood tastes like. But here's what this thing smells like. Okay. Oh boy, that's so strong. Oh yeah, it's nice. I mean, it really smells chocolate forward. For all of the coffee, I don't really get a lot of coffee in the nose. It's like dark chocolate. But I'm sure it's going to be a little bit more challenging on the palate, so cheers. Super smooth. Does not taste like 12% alcohol. If I had to guess, I'd say something more like 8, which makes this beer really dangerous. They sell it in 4-packs of these 12-ounce bottles. You don't want to have more than one, probably. The thing about these higher alcohol beers is there's just more ingredients. That's what's making the higher alcohol. So it's just, the flavor is so strong. I do get a little coffee. It is chocolate forward. And a little of that bourbon twang, especially at the end. I don't get vanilla at all. And sometimes these beers that are aged in oak have a little bit of a coconut flavor. And this doesn't. This is kind of straightforward chocolate, bourbon, a little bit of coffee, but it's not one of these kind of crazy pastry stouts that have been the rage for the past 5 years. This is actually now kind of a simple beer. When it came out, it was groundbreaking in that there's so much stuff in it, but that's no longer the case. It's still just a classic. It's so good. Great beer for winter. I don't know that I would have this as a breakfast stout. I don't know that I've had anything for a breakfast stout, but I think that has to do with the breakfast stout that Founders usually makes is an oatmeal stout, oatmeal breakfast and all that, but this is just chocolate and bourbon, and that is a good drinking beer. So even though it's very expensive, I really do recommend, you gotta take it. I mean, the Goose Island Bourbon County Stout, similar thing, costs a lot, so treat yourself once a year, because it just tastes so strong. It's like a different universe of beer. It's awesome. So I definitely recommend Founders KBS. Now you know what it stands for, so go get it.